This is 11:40, 6/23, 2018. It is June 23rd. This is the first dev vlog for game making. Nicknaming it RAG for now, stands for Robot Arm Game. It's not really working right now, but you basically shoot an arm that you control with the right analog stick, and then you maneuver it around, and you can pick up this object that I have, and then you can throw it around. And I had a lot of systems working before this, but I'm stripping them out and redoing them because a lot of them weren't working very well. So first I stripped out the screen switching system, or the room switching system. The way it worked before, it would basically be like on a grid, and if the player went to the right of the room, if it went off the screen, off the right side of the room, then it would switch the axis in the grid. So he would be on like, his x would be 1 if his x was 1 and his y was 1 on the grid, and he went to the right of the screen, then the x would you just add 1 to the x, and then if there was a room that was occupied by that 2 1 by 2 comma 1 on the grid, then it would just change the room there. But I am instead going with one big room, and the one big room I have these boundaries that I'm just sized to the size of that screen, and then you just like resize the camera to fit that room. And then when the player goes off to the side, then instead of going to a brand new room, I just flip the camera over a little bit, which it'll really help with processing power, but it'll also require a lot more work because I have to also make like a rendering system where it'll only like for like a wall, if I go here, if the player's in here, and there's a wall in here, and there's a wall out here, I want this wall to actually exist and this wall to not exist. So I could do that by just having objects that are like spawners for different objects. So if the player is in this area, then there's like a spawner for a wall here, and when he's in the area, then there's a wall on it. And when he leaves it, then it destroys the wall and leaves the spawner, so that when the player goes back in, then it can respawn the wall. I just plan on doing that for every object on that screen, I guess. There's also other ways that I can array screens in rooms. I can just have a scrolling screen that never just swaps to another screen. But I feel like this way, because this is supposed to be kind of like a stealthy thing, and having enemies come from like the side of the screen may be like a little bad for a stealth game. So, well, I don't want to think about that right now. I don't want to change the system that I'm using again, because that'd be annoying. But then I wouldn't have to use this dumb room boundary thing. I'll think about it later. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Next thing I plan on doing is probably some type of door mechanism, or like something that has to do with doors. So like before, with the old system of rooms, I would have to have like specific variables, or like have a set of doors that I would reuse. But with this one, I can just like test for another door that's like that's adjacent to it, and then that's how those two will be linked up. So that if the player, say, like hits the door, say it's like I don't know, like a cracked wall, and the player blows it up, then I need to make sure that the walls are like it actually blows up. And actually, since it's like that, I can just have it share like the sides. So like, let's get the wall. It'd be like that. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Oh my god, it just keeps recreating itself. It's not even letting me shift click, shift drag. There we go. Delete that. And that. So this side of it, here I'll use this as also as an example. that, and then it'd be like this here. This would be the whole camera, but it would just share like that side, so that then there would just be one door instead of there being two doors that are like split across. So yeah, doors would be the next thing. And after that, probably like enemies. I already have a system for picking up and equipping arms that you get. It's supposed to be like a Zelda type game, where you go into dungeons and you find like a new type of arm that you can shoot out and do stuff. Yeah, this is the throwable that you can like shoot out. I'll do a cool little demonstration. You get to launch an arm, you put the throwable on it, and then you change the angle of the thing with the right analog stick, and then it just shoots out, and then it slows down and everything. And it's devlog numero uno for the books.